Welcome to JG's Fight Talk, sponsored by Rich's Boxing and Limitless Creations. And with me now, my chief analyst, Ender. Well, congratulations to Shannon Courtney in the last fight. A real brawl. We're glad both of them came out safe. That's the main thing for any fight at the end of the day. But before we get into Savannah Marshall versus Maria Lindberg for the WBO World Middleweight title, which Savannah currently has, we're going to,
have some of this.
Have some of this.
Are you ready?
Savannah Marshall versus Maria Lindberg for the WBO World Middleweight title, which is currently held by Marshall. Ender, how do you see this one going? As I haven't had your prediction for this one, so how do you see this one
Have
going?
you not?
No, because you don't do the ladies.
I don't do the ladies. I am a lady. I think Marshall should win here, preferably by stoppage, but she should win comprehensively on points if she doesn't stop her.
Yeah. Personally, I can see her stopping this quite comfortably. Marshall, a real tactician, if you like, works behind the jab well. Very
it's a higher skill level than the last fight.
Yeah, very tough individual. Hats off to this woman, though, Lindberg. She's coming at, 4 days' notice?
She's carrying some spare tire as well.
She's carrying a bit of spare tireage, but hats off to her. She's taken the fight. She's actually ranked number 4 in that division. So not an easy fight because she's obviously not there for no reason. 44 years old, but she's been in with the best of them. So
she has.
She looks very tough.
She does. I wouldn't very
interesting blue cornrow.
What's with the cornrows?
I don't know. Well, I think it's just to stay out your eyes, basically. But yeah, interesting look there, Ender.
Actually, Marshall's got cornrows as well, so I don't think Katie Taylor does cornrows.
Yeah, Savannah Marshall, 29. So what an age gap. But had 9 fights, won 9 fights, 7 by knockout. So good.
There you go. I'd say she wants her KO today as well.
Yeah,
and she's wearing the wonderful gloves of Lomachenko, the rival gloves.
And she's got Peter Fury as trainer, very good trainer.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And he's really proved his worth, hasn't he, with Savannah Marshall. So look at the height difference as well. Wow. Incredible. So basically what we expect.
It looks like Lindberg has got baling twine or something in her plats.
You're kind of with me on this one, aren't you, Ender? I think it's going to be a case of dictates with the height and the reach. And just she'll bang her out whenever it presents itself, really.
Yeah.
Start at round 1.
Look at her flicking out the jab already.
As we say, good luck to both fighters, and hopefully they both come out unscathed, as we always say, And as you say, Savannah Marshall, she really flicks that jab, doesn't she? Tests the water. Keeps herself.
Well, I mean, look at the huge reach advantage she has. I mean, she could box this girl at distance and just be
comfortable.
Mm.
But I don't think that's the Fury way.
The Fast and the Furious.
But yeah, good feat by Marshall as well there.
Mm-hmm.
You see, she's got that very Tyson Fury-esque movement as well, hasn't she?
She does, yeah.
It's all the fades and the,
Yeah.
all the time, isn't it? All the
Yeah.
time. It's
The low
constant.
hands and
Very,
the
very
shins.
difficult to hit.
Yeah.
Which is interesting because obviously Peter Fury was Tyson Fury's trainer previously.
Mm.
So she's almost adopted that style, isn't she?
She has. But again, it's a much slower tempo to this fight than the last one.
Yeah, and you think this is for a world title as well, in the eyes of Lindberg.
I am the Lindberg baby.
Savannah Marshall was almost horizontal, isn't she? With how chilled her approach is.
Mm.
It's so relaxed, isn't it? That's a Savannah
Well, that
Marshall.
was a convincing round for Marshall. I didn't see Lindberg do anything of note.
She literally barely threw punches that first round. Just to say, welcome to JG's Fight Talk. If you're joining us for the first time,
Where were you?
jump over to YouTube, hit the subscribe button, check out the content. There's interviews, previous live watch-alongs, and our quick predict show.
Yeah, and check out that great interview with Jamel Herring. Great guy.
It was a great interview. It was a great interview. As I say, if you've been watching the card so far, also go on there and check out Nick Campbell. Interviewed him a couple of weeks ago, and John Hedges, who've both
John Hedges.
this evening. Two top lads, and congratulations to both of them on their wins. Well done, Cash Farouk. Probably fight of the night so far. Really good performance by Cash Farouk.
Yeah, I really like the Cash Farouk fight now, and both guys now, and that was my fight of the night so far. Yeah.
Yeah. And Savannah Marshall just dictating well behind the jab. Easy does it, really, is the way to describe it, isn't it? It's if this girl wants to have a dust up, she will, but I think she'll just find herself getting knocked out. I think Savannah's got the armory, isn't she?
Yeah. It just came up there that Lindberg has never been stopped as a professional. Well, there's a first time for everything.
Yeah, but also at the same point, what an achievement.
Many fights that she had.
God, I think she's had about 19 or something like that. If not more. I might be wrong. Let's have a look. Talk to the audience. Do what you do.
Talk to again, Savannah is just using her skill set and her distance here and her reach, and just keeping Lindberg against the ropes and just jabbing, throwing out the jab at will and throwing out. Oh, what a cracking right hand. That's put Marshall on the canvas.
No, Lindberg
on the canvas, apologies. But she's back up, but I think, there's only 22 seconds for...
28 fights she's had.
Oh, Jesus. And she's never been stopped.
Never been stopped in 28.
Well, I think that's going to change very shortly.
Here comes the first one, Ender. God, the punches by Marshall were.
Yeah, I mean, if one of those overheads landed, that would be lights out, all out. But that's a 10-8 round for me, for Marshall.
Yeah.
Anyway. So.
Brilliant performance. Like I was saying,
I don't think we'll be going to the scorecards.
In my opinion, Marshall is one of the best female fighters.
Well, I mean, her skills are excellent. Like I
was saying, it's the movement, the way she has her hands. It's like a flick jab, isn't it? She throws out.
And that was an absolute devastating right cross.
Right, lovely right hand, wasn't
it? Because you can even see in anyone's face, she's like, "What have I let myself in for?"
Do you know what though? She took this fight at like 4 days' notice. Incredible. Hats off to that woman, because anyone that does that has my full respect. Anyone taking fights at last minute gets the nod from me. Like we were saying, she's had 28 fights. She's won 19. But she's won 19 of them by with 10 knockouts. So she's no mug either.
No, but she's lost 9.
She's lost 6. She's drawn 2.
Oh.
So, yeah. So, yeah.
I just love Marshall to get a good comprehensive KO now. That'd be nice.
I think it's coming, though. She's really upping her core, that uppercut. Like I said to you, she's the full package, isn't she, Ender? She's got really great movement. She's got the height advantage, the reach advantage, and she uses them so well with such a casual approach. What a shot!
Oh.
I think she landed really awkwardly there.
I think she landed on her coccyx. I don't think she's getting up. No, she's indicated she's not continuing. And that's all she wrote. Well done, Savannah Marshall. Comprehensive.
Yes. Well done, Savannah Marshall. She retains her WBO World Middleweight title. And you know what the questions are going to be after this fight, Ender. Clarissa Shields, where are you?
Oh, I mean, absolutely. I think
what a fight that would be. I'm not going to lie. What a fight that would be. And if we talk about it now, just quickly, how do you see that one panning out?
Well, I mean, I think Clarissa Shields, I mean, after Katie Taylor is the best women's boxer there is at the moment, pound for pound. But obviously Marshall this evening has shown a great skill set. When there's a girl throwing back, the ferocity and the power, of Shields, will she be able for that? That's the question. So it's a fight I'd like to see. It's a fight I'd like to see happen. I wonder will Shields make a comment on Twitter this evening about this? I presume she's watching.
Oh, she'll be all over it. She'll be on it very shortly. I can imagine. Knowing Clarissa Shields, she's quite a vocal character.
Yeah.
Great performance. And brilliant variety of shots. I think the way she landed on one of her wrists there.
Well, I thought she landed on her coccyx and she just...
Because she kind of leant back and the hands were there.
No, but I just thought the way she landed, it was, the bone right there on your tailbone, as it's called. And I just think it really hurt. When you land like that and you hit your tailbone. Marcia looks pretty happy with her evening's work, and I wouldn't blame her.
Well, and to be fair, it looks like she hasn't had a fight.
No, I mean, I don't think her opponent got much near her, to be fair.
But then, to be perfectly honest, well done, Savannah Marshall. You've got to beat who's in front of you. And
exactly. And if it lines up a fight against Clarissa Shields, then all the better.
Yeah, 100%.
Unless, of course, Eddie doesn't want her to face Clarissa Shields.
I think it'd be the case of you listen to what Peter Fury wants, and I think Peter Fury had put his fighter in with anyone. I think he's got that much.
Would it be a good co-main event for another Fury fighter? Another Fury, even.
Are you talking of a particular fight that may be coming up soon?
Yes, hopefully they're picking.
To be fair, Savannah Marshall versus Clarissa Shields on a Fury AJ card would be brilliant.
It'd be very good, and it'd be great for women's boxing if it was the co-main event. Yeah, 100%. Yeah, good shout, Ender. And on that note,
have some of this. Yeah, we'll call it here. Thanks for watching JG's Fight Talk, sponsored by Rich's Boxing and Limitless Creations.
And we'll be back with the main event.
Back with the main event. Conor Benn versus Samuel Vargas. WBA Continental title. Yeah, let's see how it goes. But before we get to that, Ender.
Have some of this.
Have some of this. Have it.
You have it.
Are you ready?